Hi, this is Glenda, and today I'm going to show you one of the ways in which I take pictures of my soaps in a quick photography setup. The location is my craft room in the same place where I make soap and take video, so I already have this sliding thing going on for the videos. I just need to do a few modifications to do pictures instead. And the first thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to clear the area a little bit so that I can lower the light. And I'm just moving the tripod so that it comes lower. This is just light without big light bulb inside and a diffuser screen. And when you want to take a small object photography, you want your diffuser or your diffuse light to be as close to it as possible. We also have a lamp with a daylight color bulb and also a fluorescent lamp on the left to fill in the shadows, mainly because I don't have the room to have another diffuser on the left. If I did, I'd probably just use that. Now, as far as the background, I'm going to use poster board that I got from the craft store. In my case, it was Hobby Lobby, and this one has a very smooth finish that I can almost wipe a little bit because sometimes soap leaves a residue on it. I bought a couple of them though, so that I have one as a backup always. It wasn't staying firm, so I had to use a little bit of masking tape to adhere it to the back so that it will stay in place. I prefer white because it gives a very clean finish. However, you can choose any color you want it, and now I'm ready to put the soaps. I am going to include product links in the description box below for the lighting and the things that I'm using in case you want to check them out. I will be using my Fuji X-E2S camera. However, any camera that you have should work. There are three settings that are important to change. The first one is the ISO. In this camera, I just have to press the menu button, and it is the second option to change the ISO. You either want 400 or 500. In my case, I left it at 500. Then the next setting, I want to change the shutter speed. In this camera, I just adjust it with this dial on top, and I'm going to leave it at 60. The third adjustment I will do is the aperture, and that is adjusted with a ring on the lens, and you can see it on the screen that right now it is at 5.0. Next, I just have to point and shoot, and I am zooming in so that way I can limit the amount of editing that I may need to do after taking the pictures. However, most of the time, the pictures from this camera, I don't need to edit. If anything, I just need to adjust the coloring, and right now I'm checking on the screen, I'm zooming in to make sure that the soaps are in sharp focus. I will show you next what picture I chose to post on my video, and this is unedited and I didn't need to do anything to it. Another variation that you can do with your pictures is that you can change the background, and you can also change the surface on which you put the soaps or whatever you're taking a picture of. In this instance, for example, I am using a black tile, which is going to give me a reflective surface so that there will be a slightly reflection at the bottom of the soaps themselves. And I will show you how that picture turned out next. After taking the first picture though, I noticed that the light seemed to be coming from behind the soaps and not in front of it. So I did have to move them back and also adjust my filled in light to have a better reflection, which is what I was trying to achieve, just to show you the different things you can do with photography. But anyway, this is it, and I hope you like this video, and I will see you next week, hopefully, for another soap making video. See you next time. Bye.